Hello everyone, it's Crafty Gamma here, and I finally finished the album, and I wanted to show it to you today. This is what the Cheerios box looks like after I distressed it and made it look like it was in the ocean and hitting the waves and being tossed around and getting all damaged up. So that's what I wanted it to look like. And I only have like one signature, and it's bound with this, and I've got a little binding tab here that keeps it all together. And so let's go inside and see what it looks like. Okay, so here is the beginning page, and see if I can get this in right. This is the deserted island I was stranded on. Here I show it's got mountainous region, and this journal is a record of my ordeal. And here's the mountains and all of everything. And here's the driftwood that I was able to collect for fire. And here's a bunch of trash that got washed up on the beachhead here in that cove. And that's exactly where I found the Cheerios box in the condition that you see it is now. So didn't do too much, but anyway, my paper that I did coffee dye and such got away from me on the beach and ended up in some of the sand and green and whatever. So I'll read to you what this goes on to. Let me get myself, oops, there we go. I'm not sure how I got here on this deserted island. The last thing I remember is a sailboat, Neptune's Rib, was hit by a rogue wave and I was into the ocean. Thank goodness I was holding on to the life preserver, and that's what I was able to get to that island with. Maybe I should have taken the Disney cruise, I thought about, but at that time I didn't know it sunk. But anyway, I still ended up on the deserted island. So the first thing I need to do is find shelter, water, food, all the above. I should keep my wits together. I will survive. So I also notice that there's plenty of palm trees on this island. Maybe I can find some coconuts. That would be a good food source. So there's a mountainous region, which I drew the mountains as I saw them there. And thank God I found an area on the beach where trash washed up, which I explained. The empty plastic jug can hold water, and it can also use the Cheerios box to start a fire or use it to cover these pages. At that time, I didn't know which way I was going to use it. Hooray! There's coconuts on this island and bananas. I have food. So we've got the food taken care of. And then I said I will gather up the fallen palm leaves and build myself a shelter. And found bamboo for support beams here. So here's the palm, and see this is the bamboos that I found on the island too. So I didn't know what my style was going to be, so I went ahead and just drew a couple of drawings here to see which one would work the best. And this one seems to like it will. So using the twine and bamboo, I can build my shelter. Need to see which will be the best. This will keep me warm and dry. So here's a picture of my shelter. I've got a coconut palm right next to my shelter, so anything drops down, it's mine. Here's my shelter, and I put palm fronds. So I have shelter, food, water. Just need to be rescued, is what I've said. I was able to drag some pieces of driftwood for a nice fire. And here's the jugs that I found in the trash, and that's what I carry my water in. Here's some more wood stacked up, and here's my coconut sitting there. And here is I placed an SOS sign on the beach, also put a similar note in the bottle from the trash and tossed it in the ocean. Here's the note, and I'll open that up. Let me see if I can make this closer so I don't have to hold it up to you. So let me get this closer in. There we go. A little more. All right. So here's the note I made to put in the bottle. It says, "Help, I'm stranded on a deserted island. Look for some mountains and palm trees. And oh yes, there's a bunch of trash in the cove on the beach. Please help." So that's where I was putting this in the bottle. So this is actually a duplicate of what I threw in the bottle in the ocean. And then I decided to, in case I I came to my demise, I have an envelope here that I made a letter, and it basically tells anybody all the personal information about me. And it says if someone finds my journal and I didn't make it, here's the personal information about me. So I kind of scribbled everything, but you know what I have. That's the idea. Anyway, so I put that in a secure place inside this journal, which is a nice little pocket here. And then that I explained there, I have an envelope with all my personal information in case I never get, never get found. Then I made these tags to put along the path. I use these to mark the path to my water. And this one tells me where I'm supposed to go. Turn left at the big banana tree. So that helped me out putting these tags on the path side so I don't lose my way. So I got pretty hungry because I needed some fish basically for protein. So it took some time, but I used my good old scissors, these nice scissors that I got. It took time, but I was able to use bamboo spear and speared some fish. It's good to have some protein. Hopefully I'll be safe soon. And see, these are the fish I caught. And this is the bamboo with the spear. And I put a little loop on it so I could grab onto it. And then as I was sitting by the fire, a wind came up and the remainder of my papers burned. I salvaged just a couple of sheets. But I decided to make a hammock out of my twine so I much better to sleep on. So this is my type of a hammock that I made, and it's got bamboo with that, and then this wrapped around the pole. So that was much more comfortable, of course. And then the heat is unbearable here. So I took some palm leaves and made a hat. So this is kind of sort of my hat that I made and glued it in, but it's kind of gives you the idea. And I'm so glad that I had these large scissors with me. I cut down bamboo and made my shelter, my fishing spear, and with the twine made my hammock. Needless to say, I still want to go home. And this says on the side, made notches on the back side of this palm to count the days. So I just lifted it up and then I showed all the notches that I made on that palm. So I think there were 18 there, so I was getting pretty tired of being there. Okay, I decided, because I didn't have much to be able to write on, I've tried to collect specimens of the plants I don't recognize. Maybe they're a new type of plant. So here's the drawings of certain plants that I found there that I don't know what they are. And this one didn't smell so good, so it wasn't sweet at all. And these are little balls on the end of the fronds, but none of them got opened up, so I don't know what they are. So I hope somebody can, from my journal, figure it out. So as you can see, here's the burnt pages that I had, and this one wasn't even long enough to put in my journal, so I just put it on the back. But off in the distance, my gosh, I can't get myself situated here. Off in the distance, I see something. Come on, get focused in. Sorry. So anyway, it's off in the distance. I see something, and I'm saying to myself, don't get your hopes up. It's probably nothing. And then I say, I don't care. I'm lighting up the fire and making it as big as I can. I know it is the last of the driftwood, but I have to try. And then I say, oh my God, they see it. I'm waving my arms so hard. Thank you, thank you. I am saved. So this is the end of my journal, and that's how my ordeal was. And I'm going to just kind of keep this as a memento of this wonderful challenge that Nik has had us going for this. And I hope you like my idea. It kind of kept me up nights sometimes thinking of different things that I should actually write in this journal. So it took some time to make it complete. I probably could have did more pages, but time is short. It's just a couple more days when this ends. So I thought I better do the best I could. Of course, I didn't have any more paper because it burnt all up in the fire. Anyway, Nick, I appreciate this challenge. I've never done one before. It's been so much fun, and I hope you understand. I did the journal, as you said, and I have the pen with the water. It was waterproof, so that kept me from getting anything messed up on the waves and all that. So, everyone, I hope you check out Nik The Booksmith. She's a wonderful designer of journals and making junk journals. I don't think they're really junk journals. They're beautiful journal books that she sells. So keep an eye on that because she's really good, and subscribe to her channel. There's so many of us that do, and that's why there's so many of these challenges on this one particularly that's been going on. So thank you so much for stopping by and viewing my video. I'm sorry about the closeness and everything. I hope everything was okay for you to read. Um, anyway, have fun and enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for watching.